Hey guys, it's Jake McPherson with JLA Realty coming to you Tuesday, June 30th with a real estate update. Like always, I like to bring out information that may help potential buyers or sellers in their home buying, home selling process. And today I want to go over buyer's representation agreements and pre approval letters from lenders and banks. So, starting off, I want to go over the pre approval process. I have buyers sometimes. I think that maybe they think that I'm trying to push them faster to get this pre-approval. Um, maybe maybe they signed a buyer's rep agreement a couple weeks ago and they're just not real. They're not picking up their feet. This is something that the seller's agent requires before you make a offer. So if you're a buyer and you're working with a realtor, if you're one of my buyers working with me, it's not that I'm trying to push you into doing things faster as much as these are just things that need to be put in place because once you do find that house and you drug your feet, now it's time to put in an offer. The seller's agent, the listing agent won't accept your offer because you have no pre-approval letter. Now you just lost, the home that you've been wanting, Oh, we seen five homes. We didn't see it today. We seen the sixth. Jake, I want to put an offer on this. I asked you to get your pre-approval letter 2 weeks ago. You know, so these aren't things that I just come up with. These are things that have to be done. So pre-approval letter. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to a bank or a lender. I have a lender that I recommend a lot, Ash Nguyen. She's out of Dayton, Texas. Um, if you drop me a line, I can get you her number. She works with veterans. But as a buyer, you are entitled to a lender of your choice. Okay. So you want to go with Wells Fargo. You want to go with your Uncle Tom that works at Academy Mortgage. That's your choice. I recommend Ash. She does great work. If you want her number, go ahead and drop me a line and I'll get you in contact with her. Great mortgage lender out of Dayton, Texas. So back into it. What a lender or bank is going to want from you to get that pre-approval letter is 2 years W-2, 2 months of bank statements, and your last pay stub and your driver's license. So that's pretty much the documentation you need to get a pre-approval letter. And we need that pre-approval letter if you're a buyer in order to see or make sometimes see, like there are some agents out there that they want to see the pre-approval letter before they even let you go see the house. So you need that pre-approval letter before you even go see the house sometimes, but you definitely need the pre-approval letter before you put an offer in on the house. So this is definitely something that you as a buyer need to get, right away. Second, I want to go over buyer's representation agreements. These are also something that I have some buyers push back a little bit. The paperwork does seem uh, like you're paying out of pocket or something. I think a lot of buyers, like as a buyer's agent, I'm not being paid by the buyer. I'm being paid a split in the commission, which the seller holds. The seller's agent holds this 6% commission, and I get that split usually around 3%. Um, but the way the state does it is they want a buyer's rep and a seller's rep. That way, the seller's rep, he's not going to try to have fiduciary duty to that buyer's agent, I'm sorry, to that buyer. So, in order to counter there being uh, no fiduciary duty to a buyer, the state implemented two sales agents, right? So, I have a fiduciary duty to a buyer with a buyer's agent rep. That's one reason I want to get that signed so that you feel more comfortable that I am here for you. Yeah, I'll be paid from someone else, but that doesn't affect who I represent in this transaction. and the state is all above board with all this. If I step out of line, I will be fined. I'll have my license taken away. So I don't mess around with that. I represent the buyer if I have a buyer's representation agreement. And it does seem like if things go south on these buyer's representation agreements, I'm entitled to be paid from the buyer. That's what the paperwork says. But let's think about this. This is something that my managers tell me. Are you gonna try to get money out of somebody who just had their plans ruined with let's say the buying fell through, it didn't happen. They don't really have much money. Now all of a sudden you're gonna try to hit them for 3% on something that didn't happen? No, no. These buyers representation agreements. They are for me to show you that I am your agent, and also for you to show me that you're willing to commit, right? I don't want to run around showing people a bunch of houses, spend hours looking for houses just for you to go to another broker or to another agent. Now, once you sign this buyer's representation agreement, now you showed commitment to me, I showed commitment to you. Now we work in a client customer agent relationship, and that's all I want out of these. If you become one of my buyers or sellers, and I'm pushing paperwork at you, it seems overwhelming. These aren't things that I necessarily just come off with the top of my head. These are all pre-made forms drawn up by lawyers in the Texas Real Estate Commission. These aren't things that I just come up with. I definitely need the pre-approval letter way more than I need a buyer's rep. I can still work with you without a buyer's rep. I don't mind, but I do like to see, hey, this person's committed. I'm going to put this person at the top of the line because they signed that buyer's rep, right? So, yeah, going back over it, we have the pre-approval letter. You're going to want 2 years W-2, 2 months a bank statement, 1 month pay stub, and a driver's license. You're going to want that for your lender, not for me. I'll take it to the lender of your choice. I'll drive it to Oklahoma. Let's not go to Oklahoma, but you get my point, right? I can't sell in Oklahoma. I'll drive it to Waco, Texas, right? Whatever you want to do. Just get those things. I get it to the lender of your choice or lender that I recommend, and we'll get that pre-approval letter. So pre-approval, and then we had the buyer's rep. Buyer's rep isn't necessary. My broker encourages getting it. I like to have it. It makes me feel more secure, like you're actually serious about the home buying process, and I won't have second thoughts about driving to bum F Egypt to show you a listing, right? So wrapping up, we have the Dow Jones at 25.6, which is good, especially compared to, say, 8 years ago when it was, 19? And even that was up from 4 years prior to that, from 13. So we're still looking great. Don't let the negative Nancy's fool you. 25.6 is close to record, But anyway, then NASDAQ had a great day yesterday. They hit 10,000, I believe, yesterday, which hasn't happened in a while, if it has happened at all. I think it has. Anyway, real estate index is up as well, 310. So all the markets are up. Markets are doing great. We have mortgage rates. 30-year fixed rate, 3.0, same as yesterday. APR on that is 3.1. 15-year fixed rate, 2.5. APR 2.6. And then we have your ARMs, which I don't think you should do, but they're low, 2.6. Anyway, this has been Jake McPherson with JLA Realty. As always, I'm going to ask you to subscribe, like any like buttons, subscribe any subscribe buttons that you see. I have a video that will post from last week with the information. And as always, I want the information for real estate to get out there and let everyone know it's easy to get a house. If I bought a house, you could buy a house. Easy. Easy peasy. Anyway, you guys have a great week.